Hey guys, LQ here with the LQ Review. I'm out and about doing some stuff today with the family, so we got another car episode today, which, has been happening with more and more regularity, unfortunately. But this is my review of Doom Patrol Episode 5, Paw Patrol. So, Doom Patrol Episode 5, Paw Patrol. As I do, I'm going to tell you what I liked, what I didn't like, and then I'm going to give you the overall, my overall feeling about the episode. Okay, so little recap of the episode. You had Mr. Nobody is back, and I liked, what he was saying early in the episode about how, I've been absent for the last 2 episodes. He loves breaking the fourth wall, and I think that's great. But Mr. Nobody is back. And the decreator, the big eye in the sky, is causing people in the world to disappear. A big crowd gathers around and starts taking pictures and whatnot, like people would actually do, and then they start vanishing, and everybody that the eye looks at starts vanishing. So Mr. Nobody decides he has to get involved. Even though he's the antagonist, this is for his good as well to get involved in this. So he lets the chief go out of the limbo that the chief has been in, and chief lets him know that he needs to go back to Jane's past, and Jane can actually stop the decreator. And so this is a very Jane-centric episode. And it involves Mr. Nobody using Jane in a mental ward that she's in to create the written book. So the boy with the tattoos all of his body, he is the unwritten book. They want to create the written book that will then summon the Recreator. And the Recreator, who the Recreator ends up being, kind of harkens back to the title Paw Patrol. So let's talk about the good. Jane. Crazy Jane. Alright, so remember, my first couple episodes, the first couple reviews I did, I was not a fan of the character, Crazy Jane, nor was I a fan of the actress who played her. I've done a complete 180 on that. I love this character. The actress is doing a great job. Crazy Jane is fantastic. Fantastic. And this was a very Jane-centric episode. We got into her origin story. And, we've kind of had in these episodes, we've had the origin story of each member of the Doom Patrol. And it's funny. Every character that we've gotten deep into their origins on, I've liked more, with the exception of Negative Man. Negative Man, I became less interested in his story. But Crazy Jane, yeah, she's a great character, just a great character. And I was afraid this was going to be like a Glass type scenario where all these different personalities, but the only one that's really powerful is the Beast, yada yada yada. That's not the case here. Every character has its own superpowers, and some characters are more powerful than others. Crazy Jane's a very intriguing character. There's even some flashes of the what was the villain's name in Jessica Jones season 1? I don't remember his name. The Purple Man, played by the Doctor Who actor. Yeah, there's some flashes of that where she's telling, one of her personalities is telling somebody to do something, and he can't resist. He has to do it. So this has been a really great character. I've really enjoyed how this character is, the turns that this character has been making. The good, again, is the Doom Patrol overall, I think. The team component, the Chief, it got some stuff to do this episode. Cyborg, I'm starting to get on board with Cyborg. Remember, I wasn't a fan of Cyborg initially either, and I'm getting bored on him. We got to see his a little bit more of his body today, his full cybernetics in play. And the more we're getting from Cyborg, the more I'm liking it. I still think I prefer the Justice League version a little bit better, but I'm really digging this version of Cyborg. Kipling, Man, now somebody told me last week that Kipling actually was based on Constantine, that they weren't allowed to use him in the initial run of Doom Patrol because his rights were tied up in Vertigo. So they just created a carbon copy of Kipling, which I think is fantastic. I think is really interesting. I wish that they would have been able to use Constantine. And now that DC does have more legal leeway with Constantine, I wonder why they didn't just bring Constantine in anyways. Maybe because he's tied up in some other shows and some other things. But Cyborg's tied up in other stuff right now. Yeah, I don't know. I like Kipling, though. I like him a lot. And I really liked how his character was used in this episode, especially with the Recreator. He had some nice comedic moments. Yeah, Kipling was great. We didn't see a whole lot of Negative Man. We didn't see a whole lot of Rita Farr. We didn't see a whole lot of Robot Man. Robot Man's still my favorite character. But Robot Man and Jane, they were stuck in what was it, Nidavellir or something like that, the other realm where the cult was doing what they were doing. And then at the end of the episode, the Doom Patrol is back together again. I'm not going to necessarily say how that happened, but by the end of the episode, the Doom Patrol is back together again, and I love it when the Doom Patrol is together. They're at their best when they're playing off of each other, when they're interacting with each other. That's when Doom Patrol is at their best, and we got to see that again at the end of the episode. Some of the bad. There's not much bad in this show, I'm telling you. Now, I started out really strong on Negative Man, and I've kind of, I don't know, his character just hasn't been working for me lately. And it didn't really work for me in this episode either. When he gets on the screen, I get kind of bored. I hope that changes, because I like the concept, I like the idea of the character, but Negative Man, these last 2 episodes, he just hasn't been working for me. Mr. Nobody still doesn't exactly work for me. He works for me when he's being comedic. He works for me when he's narrating. He does not work for me when he's in the role of the antagonist. Not yet, anyways. I'm hoping that changes. Fingers are crossed. I'm hoping that changes, because I love the actor, and I love the character beats of the character, right? He's breaking the fourth wall. He's being funny. He's being sarcastic. But as an antagonist, he's not working right now. So I'm hoping that changes. Overall, this was, in my opinion, the weakest of the Doom Patrol episodes yet. Paw Patrol episode 5 was the weakest of the 5 episodes so far. But the weakest Doom Patrol episode is still better than any superhero show on TV. I'm telling you guys, Doom Patrol is where it's at. If you're not watching Doom Patrol, get on it. What are you waiting for? $7.99 a month. $7.99 a month. You can watch Teen Titans, Young Justice, Season 3, and Doom Patrol. And Doom Patrol is the best of the bunch. If you're not watching, get on board. It's great. And this was the weakest episode, but it's still great. So that's my review of Doom Patrol episode 5, Paw Patrol. Let me know what you think of Doom Patrol in the comments down below. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And as always, thank you for being here at the OQ Review, where we talk about all the nerdy, geeky stuff that we love to talk about. Till next time, thanks.